In 1993, the NFL announced that Charlotte would receive an NFL franchise. Bank of America Stadium, although not called that at the time, was completed for the start of the 1996 season. The players will have to deal with a wet field tonight. It's been raining and might not stop anytime soon as the Buffalo Bills take on the Carolina Panthers. Well, get your bowl of popcorn, your favorite beverage, get settled in. We're just about ready for the opening kick. Baker has his team lined up for the kickoff.
To start the game. Harris back deep to return.
The kick is away. Fields it at the 7. Their offense will step onto the field for the first time, hoping to come away with some points on this possession.
They'll start the drive at the 22-yard line. First and 10.
One-man backfield. He looks to throw on first down. He goes deep this time. Pass is complete.
And the worst part was you could see the defender thought he had him covered at one time, but there's just no match for that kind of speed.
First down, 10 to go.
44-yard line.
Lynch lines up as the single back. They'll throw on first down. It's completed. The 30, still working. Won't be stopped. Great play that goes for big yards.
And that is, without question, his bread and butter. Make the catch, find a little room, then outrun the defenders down the field. The coach counts on him to make a few big plays every game, and we just saw one.
This will be their first snap inside the 20 today. Drops back on first down to the end zone. Had his hands on it and dropped it. Evans was the intended receiver, and he can't bring it in.
It just doesn't look like his head's in the game right now. I mean, he has to be able to maintain some focus and concentration, especially in the end zone.
He drops back. Almost picked. And now the offense will be faced with a third down situation.
The intended receiver on the play. Third and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line.
One-man backfield. Here's the halfback. And he scores. What a play.
Touchdown. His offensive coordinator's getting a little sneaky out there. Everybody in the stadium's thinking pass. He drops a little run on him, and he sticks it in for the touchdown.
Lindell lining up for the point after. The point after is good. Buffalo is up a touchdown. Buffalo gets ready to kick it away.
Williams back deep to return.
Very low kick here. Takes it at the 16.
You have to be careful not to go out of contention early, so we're working for them to put some points on the board and stay in this one.
Chris, looks like the weather will be an issue.
Rain can have a big impact on a game, especially in the passing game. Some quarterbacks have a real tough time going wet weather.
First down, looking to throw. Has a man deep. Here's the throw. Oh, and he dropped it.
The quarterback's happy that all he did was break up that play. I thought that was going to get picked. That was close for sure, but we have to use the same rule on defensive backs that we use for receivers. If it hits you in the hands, that's a play you have to make.
Delayed handoff.
It's so important to pair the defense with the run because that just wears defenses out.
Third and 5. Ball on the 37-yard line.
They line up with split backs. the pitch to the right. And they'll settle for the run on third down.
1-yard gain on the play.
Baker to punt. Parrish is back deep to receive. And it will go out of bounds.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
The Panthers line up with a nickelback. Drops back on first down. Throws Weil on the run. And he catches the tip pass. The 30, the 20, the 10. Dives. Touchdown. And the point after is good. They're starting. Buffalo looks ready to kick it away.
Williams back to return.
Kicks it very low, and it's not going very far. Takes it at the 21. Their last drive ended with a 3-and-out. First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
The Buffalo Bills come out in a 4-3. It's completed. And a nice pickup there.
Nice play that time. The defense came with the blitz there. He made a good read, delivered a nice ball in there to the open man.
Ball on their own 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Ace backfield this time. McCown sends one of his guys in motion. Here's a counter play.
Well, they might not be breaking off any big games, but you can see those offensive linemen still working hard down there.
48-yard line.
The Bills line up in a 4-3. Back to pass. Throws on the run. Pass is complete. Loose football. He picks it up.
Holding on the offense. Number 74, first down.
Ball on the 42.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
One-man backfield. He looks to throw on first down. Pass completed. And this one looks like it's going to come back.
Holding on the offense. Number 63.
And you try to keep your offense on schedule. Anytime you take a penalty, it's just so much harder to pick up a first down.
Ball on their own 32.
32-yard line.
The Panthers bring in their dime package. They hold it around. What a hit. I don't think he even saw that guy.
The defense held their position and didn't let him get away on that one.
It's second down and a long ways to go.
33-yard line.
Hey! Single set backfield. He drops back. It's completed. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. He's boogieing out there. Third down here. They have to reach the 48-yard line to convert.
Come on, put some pass on. Let's go, defense.
Lynch alone in the backfield. Hands it off. What a hit. Looked like the ref is going to call this one back.
Holding on the offense. Number 86.
And that will back this one up.
You know, not only does it make it harder to pick up the first down, but it just deflates an offensive huddle when you give away yards like this.
They dig themselves into a big hole with the penalty as they face a 3rd and long situation. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarter defense. Back to throw. Comes down with it. Marshall brings him down, and that one will end up just a bit short of the play.
Boy, you could see him out there fighting for every inch. He knew where that first down marker was. He just couldn't get there, and it brings up 4th down.
Hold it, baby. Hold it. This is what we like.
This is kind of a surprising call here by the coach. This is an obvious punting situation. Peppers will tackle him for a loss.
I don't care what the coach's age is. That'll make your heart skip a beat. You're not going to start the possession like that.
1st and 10.
The Buffalo Bills line up in a 4-3. Gets it off. Play action.
We talk about timing on offense.
No game on the play.
When you play against this defensive coordinator, he is going to consistently throw your offense off balance because of all the blitzes he's going to throw at him. You have to anticipate blitz on every snap when you play against this guy.
McCown sends one of his guys in motion. Drops back. Pass is complete. Nice job getting that pass out of there, and he picks up the first down.
15 on the play.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Out of the I formation. They'll throw on first down. He's dropped.
Man, those defensive linemen just keep getting quicker and quicker. The quarterback had no chance whatsoever there. At least he was able to hold on to the ball.
40-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen, baby. Watch the screen.
The Buffalo Bills go with a 4-man front. Still a lot of time left, but at the end of one, the score is 14-0. Bills.
The Panthers. The teams are ready for the second quarter.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
The Bills come out in a 4-3. He drops back. Pass completed. The 20, the 10, touchdown Panthers. Casey tacks on the extra point. Baker is just about ready to put his leg into this one. And here's the kick. From the 7.
Kickoff return 16 yards.
Can take complete control of this game if they can get this one into the end zone. First down, 10 to go.
Start the drive at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Panthers go with a 4-man front. Drops back on first down. Drops the easy pick. Evans was unable to make the catch on that pass attempt.
The intended receiver on the play. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Carolina using 3 linebackers. They give it to the tailback. He's dropped for a loss.
He likes to run in behind his blockers. He wants to make that quick cut off their hip for a big game, but it just didn't work out that time.
23-yard line.
The Carolina Panthers line up with a nickelback. He drops back to pass. It's completed. That one could go either way. Let's see what the referee calls.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 21, first down.
From their own 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
The Panthers go with a 4-man front. First down, looking to throw. Incomplete pass. Owens wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play.
Boy, that was a big hit. I'm not surprised at all he couldn't hold on to that one.
49-yard line.
Lynch is the single setback. Pass is complete. Evans keeps the chains moving. He's picked up both first downs on this series. First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Carolina goes with a four-man front. They'll throw on first down. Pulls it in. The wide receiver and the quarterback are on the same page today. They're inside the 20.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Carolina using three linebackers. First down, looking to throw. And it's incomplete.
He worked so hard to get open on the play, did everything right. And then the easy part was making the catch, and he just couldn't come up with it.
They'll make this a two-possession game if they get into the end zone on this drive. They're just inside the 20. Drop back. Pass is complete. Evans finds room, and that's the fourth first down catch of the drive for him. First and goal at the 2. So their last red zone visit resulted in a touchdown. Let's see if the defense can hold them this time. Breaks this one for a gain.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Second and goal now at the 1.
1-yard line.
Forwards his hit. He's in for the score.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Lindell lining up for the point after. Extra point is good. Buffalo will be kicking off.
Lined up with the kickoff. Williams back deep to return.
Booming kick. Fields it at the 2. Their passing game led to a touchdown on their last drive, and you've got to think they won't deviate from what's been working. From their own 26-yard line.
At the 26-yard line. First and 10.
The Bills go with a four-man front. Little handoff.
One thing these guys cannot do is give up on this running game. If they do and become one-dimensional, it makes it awfully easy on the defense.
27-yard line.
The Buffalo Bills come out in a 4-3. Schobel gets his hands on him and drags him down for a loss.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
Here we go, D. Play back, play back. Buffalo might have some difficulty covering all 5 receivers with a base 4-3 defense. He just couldn't hold on to that one.
Keep displaying hands like that, pretty soon it'll be a defensive back.
The defense had their number during that last series as they go 3 and out.
And it really looked like the defense won the battle up front. The big guys controlling the line of scrimmage made the difference there.
Takes it at the 43.
35-yard punt. Return for a gain of 4 yards. First
They
and
line
10.
up at the 50.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
The Carolina Panthers go with a four-man front. Here's the give.
This is a spot where you want to show the defense they have to respect your running game.
Second and 4 coming up here.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Single set backfield. Little handoff.
I know those runs aren't exactly the kind you see on the highlight shows, but you're keeping the drive alive, maintaining possession, and picking up first down.
First 2 minutes left in the half.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
The Panthers line up in a 4-3. First down, looking to throw. It's tipped away. Diggs was defending on the play.
Diggs on the cover. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
The Carolina Panthers come out in a 4-3.
Nice job with very controlled defense there. Really no place to run.
Third down here. They have to get it to the 31-yard line to convert. Ace backfield this time. He drops back. Tips it away. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll call on the field goal unit here for this long try. Hey, Chris, that coach knows something we don't know?
Obviously not. That one wasn't even close. And now the worst part about it is you're going to give the ball to the other offense in great field position where he missed that kick.
After the missed field goals, they're set to go on offense at the 46-yard line. The Bills line up with a nickelback. He couldn't hang on to it. They can't complete the pass. Now the offense will be looking at 2nd down.
On the play. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Overbearing to speed. McCown will line up with the shotgun formation. Drops back. Pass is complete. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Panthers.
I don't know of any receiver in the game that entertains me more than Steve Smith. Yeah, he has the great speed and he has great playmaking ability. But how many times have we seen guys get hold of this little tiny guy and think they've got him on the ground, and Steve Smith just punches him in the mouth and bites him off and takes off down the field? I think he is an incredible talent.
Baker tees up the ball and looks ready to kick it deep.
Harris back deep to return.
He kicks it off. Takes it at the 8. That return will set the offense up nicely. First and 10.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Ace backfield this time. They hand it off.
Well, any successful running attack requires good blocking up front, and we just saw it there.
Ball on their own 43.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
The Panthers line up in a 4-3. They go with a run. Well, they seem to know right where the first down marker was on that run. First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Watch the fake, watch the fake.
The Carolina Panthers go with a 4-man front. They'll throw on first down. Here's the deep throw. It's incomplete. The ball sails over the intended receiver. Incomplete.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Panthers bring in the nickel back. Drops back. Incomplete pass. Evans was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete.
Receiver on the play. 3rd and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Lynch lines up as the single back. Hands it off. The 30, the 20, and he finds the open field. Gets in for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
Defensively, you know they had to be looking past pass. They sneak in the run and pop it off there for a touchdown. Oh, my goodness, what a call.
Lindell lining up for the point after. Point after is good. Buffalo looks ready to kick it away.
Williams back deep to return.
Short kick. He didn't get hold of that one. Takes it at the 15. They couldn't stop them from getting into the end zone the last time out.
Carolina will start the drive at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
The Bills go with a four-man front. He looks to throw on first down. Going for it all. Hits him square in the hands, but he fails to bring it in.
Williams, the intended receiver on the play.
Down right, down right. McCown is back in the gun. Back to throw. Pass completed. Carolina calls a timeout. And that was their first timeout. With that reception, he snagged 4 now.
This defense will stop him for sure. 37-yard.
Ace backfield this time. Gets it off. Carolina will take a timeout. I'm not sure he would have had that if it wasn't for that extra effort.
Yeah, a little guts, a little determination on that one. Those are the type of conversions you have to make if you're going to win football games.
The Buffalo Bills go with a four-man front. Drops back on first down. Drops the sure pick.
Yeah, but you got to pick that one off when it comes right at you like that.
Second and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
The Bills line up in a 4-3. He drops back to pass. And it's incomplete. Muhammad was unable to make the catch on that pass.
This is a good one to call. Third and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Buffalo brings in their quarter package, only 3 linemen on the field. He drops back. It's tipped away.
And there are some drops that hurt a little more than others. If you drop it on third down, that is really expensive.
Baker awaits the snap. Parrish is back deep to return the punt. He didn't get all of that one. And it will go out of bounds. And they will kneel down to try to run out the clock. And as we head to halftime, the Buffalo Bills 28, the Panthers 14.
The Panthers 14. We're ready to begin.
Carolina awaits the kickoff to start the third quarter. High kick, but with no distance. Takes it at the 16. Still on his feet. He can't bring him down.
All right, no time to pull around now.
They'll start the clock at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
One-man backfield. He looks to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure. Pass is complete. That one worked pretty well.
It sure did, and I wish all our fans could see what's happening down the field on all our television broadcasts, because so much of the game now is won and lost in the secondary.
First and 10.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
They'll go from the I formation. McCown sends one of his guys in motion. Here's a counter play. Still moving. Breaks a tackle. He's got space to run. The 10. They'll score. Touchdown. Up and good. Baker looks to send this one deep.
Harris back to return.
And the referee will give us the call on the field after that errant kick.
First down.
And I know this is a game of emotion, and if you're not emotional on the football field, you're going to get hit anyway, but you can't let your emotions get away from you.
The Carolina Panthers come out in a 4-3. Here's the halfback. He's dropped for a loss. There was no way that defensive end was letting him go by.
Yeah, you can really see the defensive end on that one, controlling his blocker, biding his time, and simply waiting there to make the
Ball
play.
on the 47-yard line.
The Panthers line up in a 4-3. Here's the give. On play action. He throws on the run. Deflected and broken up. The offensive line had some trouble on that one, and he was forced to get rid of it.
Anytime you give up that quick pressure like that, very seldom are those passes completed.
Ace backfield this time. Back to pass. Pass is complete. Looked like the ref is going to call this one back.
Holding on the offense. Number 86, fourth down.
Fourth down, less than a yard. Looks like they decided to go for it here. Johnson drops him at the 42.
I don't care what the coach's age is. That'll make your heart skip a beat. First and 10. You never want to give up a pressure like that.
The Buffalo Bills come out in a 4-3. Almost picked. Second down for the offense after that incomplete pass.
Intended receiver on the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Hole formation here. Smith in motion. Fullback handoff. He lost yardage on the play. Fullback really didn't have a chance there to show what he could do. Third and long passing situation here.
41-yard line.
Buffalo comes out on a 4-3 defense, and they might have some unfavorable matchups against this 5-receiver set. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Muhammad wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play. He gets the call again. Fourth time he's been in to punt. Takes it at the 14. Dropped at the 24.
Return for a gain of 9 yards. They'll start the drive at the 24-yard line. First and 10.
The Panthers go with a four-man front. They hand it off. Setting up play action. Pass completed.
Evans.
The quarterback did a good job of recognizing the coverage and finding the open man.
As a receiver, when you go against a zone defense, it's much more about recognition and knowing what the 37-yard defense are. That time the receiver executed perfectly and found the open spot.
The Carolina Panthers line up in a 4-3. He looks to throw on first down. The pass is complete. The secondary doesn't quite know how to handle a guy like this.
Is a first down.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Nickel. The Panthers go with a four-man front. Drops back on first down. Pass completed. The Bills have yet to face a third down on this series, and they have 3 first downs. First and 10.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Single set backfield. They'll throw on first down. Has a man deep. Here's the throw. In and out of his hand. Evans was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete.
And those are the kind of drops that really hunt you. The ones that you know were going to put 6 points on the board, and you just couldn't execute the play.
Back to throw. Throws off his back foot. Makes the catch. Gain of 9 on the play.
9-yard gain on the play.
On third down, they need to get it to the 26 to convert. Ace backfield this time. They hand it off. That was an excellent one there to pick up the first.
Well, they brought the blitz that time. The offensive line did a pretty good job recognizing it. They got the blocks, but the back was still able to get out of there for a nice gain.
They'll throw on first down. He threw off his back foot. Pass completed. Campbell drags him to the ground, and they go to the air to pick up the first.
5 first downs on this drive, and now as a defense, you really start to second-guess yourself. Everything you've thrown at them so far on this drive hasn't worked. Let's see what they come up with next.
Little handoff. Play action. It's a fumble. The Bills recovered it. You know, the defense is upset at that missed opportunity.
Turnovers can definitely turn the football game around, and that defense had a chance that time to make a big play.
Second and goal now at the 14-yard line. Single set backfield. He drops back. Goes for the home run. That last play didn't get them the first, and now they're looking at third down. Third and goal at the 14-yard line. Third down once again. Let's see if they can convert this one. Back to throw. Pass is complete. That incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Chris, that was a pretty nice defensive stand.
All right, here we go. Decision time now. This would be an easy field goal, but also an opportunity to put 7 points on the board. And this offense clearly has the weapons to stick it in from here.
They're going to go for the easy fight here.
Lindell appears to be having some trouble with his footing. He's now missed on 2 field goal attempts. After the missed field goal, they'll set up shop at the 20.
First and 10.
The Bills go with a 4-man front. They'll throw on first down. Oh, and he dropped. Muhammad was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete.
On the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
The Buffalo Bills come out in a 4-3. Here's the halfback. Williams comes away with 5 yards on the carry.
5-yard gain on the play.
Ball on their
and
own
5.
25.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
The Bills go with a four-man front. McCown sends one of his guys in motion. Drops back. All kinds of pressure. Pass completed. McGee drags him to the ground at the 38-yard line. Great catch on third down by Smith.
And that's exactly why this quarterback has so much confidence throwing to him, because he knows that this guy has some of the most reliable hands in all of football.
He was looking for some room on the ground, but the defense was right there.
Now, the defense really sold out on the run that time. I was hoping I would see the quarterback audible there because the defense was showing they were going to play the run. They did play the run, and obviously the quarterback didn't make the right call.
And that's the end of the third quarter. The score is 28-21. Bills.
21.
The Buffalo Bills are trailing by a single touchdown going into this final quarter. So they'll face a 2nd and 10.
On the 38-yard line.
McCown lines up with a split backfield. They give it to the fullback. Gain of a yard for the fullback.
1 yard gain on the play.
We've got third and long here.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Give me that go. Here we go, D. The Bills go with a four-man front.
Did you see the shot he took? This guy's a tough guy, but if you keep taking shots like that, you better have somebody in the bullpen warming up.
Baker is waiting for the snap. Parrish will be the return man. Fields it at the 17. It's a fumble. He scoops it up. And he's got plenty of room to run. The 10. What a return! Touchdown! That was just a great play by the defense, and now they have the momentum.
And that really changes the complexion of this game. First, you're down 2 scores. Now you're down 1 score. And you could just feel the excitement level on that sideline after that play.
And they look to tie things up. Extra point is good.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. On the defense, number 26 will be
And
enforced
the
on the
defense gives up
kickoff.
some 3 yards to the offense.
I always thought a defensive penalty was so much more deflating than an offensive penalty, because on offense you have a chance to make up for it. But defense, a lot of times, it's big yardage and an automatic first down.
Out of the end zone for a touchback.
Time for the quarterback to earn those big bucks right now. Perfect situation. You're in control of the ball. The clock is on your side. Take your team down the field. Make a name for yourself.
The Panthers bring in the nickel package. They'll give it off here. The running back gains 2 yards on the carry.
On the play.
Second and 8 coming up here.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Ace backfield this time. They give it to the tailback. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
The Carolina Panthers go with a four-man front. They hand it off. Lynch picks up about 4 yards on the play.
On the play.
Second down and 5.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
One-man backfield. The halfback with the carry. Still going. What a brutal hit. Set. Nickel. On the ground with a tailback. They can't bring him down. He's battled his way to a great performance and has just taken advantage of every hole his line has given him.
Second
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
The Panthers come out in a 4-3. They give it to the tailback. What a shot! Big-time play by the defensive end.
Game on the play.
Third down and 4 coming up on this one.
50-yard line.
The offense faces another third down situation here as they line up. They go with the run.
Well, the defense really did their job in this situation. They got the ball back to the offense with plenty of time on the clock, a perfect situation now, and a great opportunity to win the game.
4th and short.
Here we go, D. Here we go.
Tell you, I'm very surprised that they aren't going to just punt this ball away. Johnson did a great job to get past the marker and get the first down.
Yeah, the most important thing for a quarterback in that situation is to follow those blockers. You do not want your quarterback taking a shot. That time he got right in behind the booty of one of those big guys and got it done.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Lynch alone in the backfield. The halfback with the carry. He's one of those guys who can put up 100 yards week in and week out. This has just been another day at the office. And they'll try to speed things up a bit. They hand it off. Carolina calls a timeout. And now they've only got one remaining. They need to come up with a better game plan to stop this guy.
Yeah, you're not kidding. They can't keep giving up those big chunks of yardage like that. If they do, it's going to be awfully tough to stop this offense.
On the ground with a tailback. The Panthers will take a timeout. And that was their third and final timeout. Didn't get very far.
The defense was just all over that. I have to think offensively they were concerned that maybe they were going to get blitz in that situation, try and pop one in there. But when you call a run and it fails, it looks bad in that spot.
They give it to the tailback. They got the defense completely off balance. It's another first down.
And you get the feeling this defense is fishing a little bit right now. They've tried a little bit of everything. Some man coverage, little blitz, little zone blitz, all these different combinations available to them. And yet time after time, these first downs keep on coming.
The halfback with the carry. One first down after another.
I know NFL fans love seeing the big plays, but NFL coaches love seeing exactly what's going on now with this offense. 6 first downs on this drive. Their defense is resting on the bench. This is picture perfect.
The Bills will take a
Ball by the
timeout,
offense.
and they'll have 2 remaining. And this will be for the win. Big kick here. And it's good.
Is good.
So this one is all wrapped up. Our final score, the Buffalo Bills 31, the Carolina Panthers 28. Thanks again for joining us for this EA Sports matchup. For Chris Collinsworth, this is Tom Hammond saying so long.